because it's my job, I have to inform you of the stupidity that is taking place with some of these people who cannot help their black and bitter little hearts. They cannot at all stop being super supremely hyper partisan and just awful. So first up, Amy Klobuchar. She was doing an interview. This was, what was this on? Was this MSNBC? So Amy Klobuchar was speaking with MSNBC. And I just want you to listen to what she said this morning. Take a peek.
We just did something about climate change for the first time in decades. That's why we've got to win this as that hurricane bears down on Florida. We got to win in the midterms. We understand that. But none of that has stopped us from deciding we're going to put our differences aside and get some things done.
She's suggesting that voting for Democrats may stop hurricanes. So the new science is this. This is the new science. I hope you're taking notes. Especially the people who are fleeing inland, praying that they don't lose their homes. They're too busy sandbagging and all of that probably to take notes, so someone can do it for them. So the new science is that the hurricane, right, is punishing Floridians for voting Republican, not because it is a seasonal event, thus hurricane season, and it has been a seasonal event since before the climate grift. Correct? That's the new science? This is like when Hurricane Katrina happened, and people all but accused, and I'm not even a George W. Bush fan, but they got mad at him because the mayor of New Orleans and all the Democrats down there were partying at a football game, and they weren't calling out the National Guard until it was too damn late. And then everybody acted, man, I'm telling you what, I'm so glad that there wasn't really a fully developed like Twitter and social media and all of that then, because we would have had Hurricane and National Guard expert Twitter. Because the governors have to call it National Guard. You had Mary Landrieu. Mary Landrieu was she governor at the time? I believe so. One of them Democrats was up there. They didn't actually, Democrat mayor in New Orleans, they didn't call in National Guard. They didn't do any of this stuff. They were like way behind on it, and everybody blamed George Bush. And it got to the point where they were saying the man went down to the Gulf of Mexico himself and dipped his Texas finger into the Gulf of Mexico and done stirred up a hurricane. That's what they acted like. That is you listen to cable news and I'll be damned, it was like the man went down there, that Mickey Mouse Fantasia movie, he Fantasia'd it up. And a hurricane blowed everybody away. That's what it was like. That's pretty much the narrative. He did it himself. And so now, the new science, because we're constantly defining things, is that if you vote for Republicans, it makes the weather god mad. And he shoots hurricanes out of the palms of his hands to all of the people who did not vote for his chosen party. Is that what that's what we believe? Or, hear me out, I have another theory. The party that can't figure out how to use the existing laws we have, well, they can, they just don't want to. But let's play along. And stop the influx at the border. They do believe that they can control weather, Kane. Yeah. Now, I am not totally being facetious, but I may have seen some of those plans that they have at stopping the weather when they want it. Oh, it can't happen. See what they want to do, and this was in the Biden tax and spend plan that they called the inflation, make it happen inflation plan. They tax everybody, and then what they're going to do is take all of your tax money. So I hope you enjoyed working overtime because this is going to a good cause. They're going to take all that tax money, and they're going to feather up the barrel of a trebuchet. They're going to put in the bowl of a trebuchet. They're going to put all our tax money. And then what they're going to do, Kane, is they're going to fling it towards the sun. Because that's how that works. Enough of that paper will cover up the brightness. And it'll make the hurricanes and the water calm down. I mean, it's very scientific.
Yeah, at least they're consistent with their science.
I mean, back in the day, people used to go and sacrifice, virgins to volcanoes or, something like this. But no. Today it's much simpler. You just give them the money and they'll make it stop because you can pay off the weather. I mean, maybe it's extortion. I don't know. But you can pay off the weather.